It's a big women empowerment push by the Indian Air Force. Months after the Agniveer scheme was launched, the IAF has now come out and confirmed that they are going to be inducting female Agniveers from next year. That's the big announcement coming to the fore as far as induction of women in the armed forces is concerned. This is specifically to the 4-year Agniveer program. This, of course, is in line and in continuation to what the Indian Army and the Indian Navy have already done. The Agniveer recruitment rally for female candidates, as far as the Army was concerned, has already begun in certain parts. The Navy too had come out and made a similar announcement a few months ago. The Air Force now following suit.
Induction of female Agniveers is also planned next year. I feel it is an opportune time for us to transform this service into a modern, future-ready and technologically superior aerospace power by the time we celebrate our centenary 10 years from now. I'm sure all air warriors will put their best foot forward in that direction.
Akash, my colleague, now joins us for more on this. Akash, like we've been bringing to our viewers, that this is in line with the decision that the centre had made, in line with the decision that the other wings of the armed forces have also made. The IAF also now going on to say that women Agniveers will be inducted beginning next year.
Exactly, Poonam. And, after Indian Army and Indian Navy, as you rightly mentioned, this is an announcement that is coming from Indian Air Force. In fact, this is a major boost for gender empowerment. And, talking about this particular press conference where Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary was speaking, so he said that from the next year we'll be having, women Agniveers as well. And as of now, we are going to have 3,000 Agniveer Vayu, that are going to be inducted in December this year. So this is a major boost for gender empowerment and also is coming after the announcement by Indian Army and Indian Air Force. And also, talking about this particular scheme, the Tour of Duty scheme, this was very much announced this year only, and this is the first batch that Indian Air Force is getting, and we have been given to understand that 3,000 is the number. 3,000 Agniveer Vayu will be inducted this year, but also Indian Air Force is now looking for women Agniveers, and these Agniveers will be inducted from next very year. Also, we have been given to understand that 10% will be the initial reservation in this. Yes, the percentage is not yet confirmed, but 10% will be the initial reservation, and from the next year we'll be getting the batch of women Agniveers as well.
Right, so 10% is what the Indian Air Force has come out and announced now. And Akash, it was 20% is what the Navy had also promised beginning next year. Is, if I'm not mistaken, they had said that in the first year, in the first batch, in fact, 20% of the candidates will be women as far as the Agniveers are concerned. Similar provisions have been made in the Army as well. And in fact, within the Army, for their female candidates, the recruitment process has already begun.
Exactly. Indian Army is already recruiting for women Agniveer, but as of now, talking about this percentage, as I mentioned earlier, that this percentage is not yet confirmed. 10% is the initial criteria because, he was being very candid when someone asked that what will be the percentage. So he said initially we are planning for 10%, but yes, it can go high. And also talking about the other forces, we already know that the common aptitude test of the women Agniveer in case of Indian Army is already going on, and they are going to have women Agniveer this year itself. But Indian Air Force is going to induct women Agniveer from next very year. This is what we have been given to understand. And also, Poonam, talking about this particular scheme, we have been reporting about this particular development while it is about Indian Army, because we have covered several recruitment rallies and we have seen that how the candidates are going through several challenges and tasks while it is about the recruitment process.
Right. But, sorry to interrupt you there. I'll come back to you. Major General A.K. Siwach also on the broadcast with us. And Major General Siwach, it is definitely a landmark decision as far as women's empowerment is concerned. All three wings, especially for their Agniveer program, keeping a certain quota for women candidates, and this really goes on to further the point of this entire program, isn't it? The fact that we want to modernize our forces, we want to make it more young, more inclusive. This is just one step in that direction.
Absolutely, guys. There's no doubt about it. The Indian Defence Forces are on a path of modernization. There is no denying that fact. In fact, Army, Air Force, Navy, all three are now going basically for Indianization, Make in India concept and Atmanirbhar. and we have made a lot of tremendous progress on that. As far as Agniveer is concerned, what the Air Chief was trying to convey is possibly that they will have a 10% of coming to the Indian Air Force for the women from the next year onward. You see, as far as Army is concerned, the Agniveer is only now the scheme which is there for other ranks. It means not for officers, but for Jawans as well as JCOR. So as far as Indian Army is concerned, two things are there. That there are Jawans in Indian Army, which are the lady Jawans, which are in CMP, Military Police, Corps of Military Police. They will be going through Agniveer. But as far as officers are concerned, there is a short service commission for officers as well as male and female. And possibly the Air Chief was trying to convey that they will be inducting basically the women even in other ranks, and possibly they will have a 10% Agniveer. That needs clarification, but as far as officers are concerned, in Indian Army, there is no Agniveer. Agniveer is only for other rank Jawans, but in Jawans, as far as Indian Army is concerned, for last about 2-3 years, we have already started taking Jawans also as a female and Corps of Military Police, and there is an Agniveer in that. But overall, what Air Chief has brought out certain things very loud and clear. One, he said that we are going in Indianization, and this Russia-Ukraine war has not made an impact on the spare parts. You see, we have been traditionally taking spare parts from Ukraine as well as from Russia. Right. And this war is going for last 7 months. It was to make an impact. But he said that due to our own domestic industry taking on that and the private parties manufacturing spare parts, we did not got any impact. So that's a matter of pride. So the point is that overall, what the Air Chief has told, it is a matter of pride that he says that we need Indianization, we should be technical savvy, we need 42 squadron which is coming, over a period of time. So basically, emphasis in technologization and modernization of Indian Air Force. That is what was the current point which he was conveying it. The deterrence is the best thing. And
Absolutely.
In case deterrence does not work, then Indian Air Force, Indian Army and Indian Navy are well prepared for any eventuality.
Absolutely. Do stay on with me because Group Captain MJ Vinod also with us on this broadcast. And Group Captain Vinod, this is one big step as far as parity is concerned. That is something as far as the armed forces are concerned, women have been fighting for long, especially within the army, because for the longest time, even permanent commission was not an option for them. Group Captain Vinod? I believe we do not have that line, but nevertheless, big announcement there coming to the fore from the Indian Air Force. For now, shifting focus to